This is the September market report for Washtenaw County. And the good news is that Washtenaw County continues to be very strong, really across all price segments. In fact, quite frankly, we were surprisingly strong. We really expected the market to settle a little bit more than it has. And it is settling, it is returning more to normal. But the numbers we're seeing are still quite strong in all price ranges, whether it's below $500,000 or above $500,000. That's sort of the luxury and the standard market segments that we watch. But in both markets, values continue to rise. The number of listings entering the market is continuing to rise as well. Inventories in the $500,000 and above market are increasing quite quickly. In the under $500,000, they're just barely increasing, kind of holding steady. But in both cases, inventory levels are strong, probably bringing buyers back into the market that's sort of given up the first half of this year and from last year. So therefore, that's why we're seeing a little bit more buyer activity maybe than we would have expected, because they get a little bit of release of that. One of the things that we're watching in the market is the number of homes that are selling with no price reductions or selling with one or more price reductions. And that's sort of an indicator of where the market is going. If the inventory is really low, then it's not surprising to see those homes with multiple price reductions that have been in the market for a long time finally sell, because there's nothing else to buy. Buyers buy those homes that are left over. But with inventories rising, we're starting to see an increase in homes that take at least one or more price reductions before they sell. And that's an indication of a settling in the market. That's an indication that homes might be sitting on the market a little bit longer. They probably might have been overpriced to the market, in that home values have been going up 10–15% from last year into the first part of this year. Homes are not at that same appreciation rate now, but if you're pricing based on that, you might overprice to the market. The home sits on the market for a while and you've got to do a couple price reductions. And we'll probably see more of that into the fall, because we're going into a market that isn't as wild as it was. It's still a strong market, it just isn't as wild as it was. So, as we said last month, homes will sit on the market and sell in months rather than weeks. Showings, particularly for the upper end, will be judged in terms of showings per week rather than showings per day. And it'll just be a market that's settling a little bit. But overall, it actually hasn't been settling as fast as we'd expected. So we're pleasantly surprised, and overall we think that we're going into the fall with a good listing inventory, with still strong buyer demand, and home values still increasing. So all good news. Thanks.